Between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on last year's national champion, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
There's the pressure. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Now, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Finds a little space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Georgia's offense will take the field for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. It's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. What a play behind the line. It'll be an 8-yard loss.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback, sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snags it quickly on the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The play-action fake. Lost one deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Grab behind the line. It's Fitzgerald. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Texas A&M going quickly. Dropping back, it's Rivers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that,
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's Scott. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
this offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Coming out with it, it's Ramsey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Quickly out to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Quick spin on the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Wants to bring it back. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he... win last week. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up in the 28. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Off play action on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
On the run, deep down the right side. Underneath Tulsa coverage. Got it deep downfield.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
At the 20, he's got space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll be brought down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Under fire. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
The Aggies will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Rivers. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give. Creates a little space. There he goes. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Converts on 4th down, still going. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his big tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double.
Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Rivers. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense.
Oh, he's got some space. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly,
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll bring it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. the Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Dogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Scott. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
Yeah, and I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Scott. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. He's got his man. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Gives it on the option. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in. It's Norman. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Pressure coming. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Texas A&M, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around.